Hey guys, so welcome back. So yeah, I know it's been a long time. Probably it's been well over a week since I've done anything on here, and that's because I really don't have anything new to show y'all. I mean, technically I do. I wanted to do an update of the vampire deck. Don't know why I closed that out, but yeah, I wanted to do an update of the vampire deck. But in all honesty, I haven't really went out and dueled very many people, mainly because for the past 2 weeks I've had a shit ton of exams. I've had an exam for every single one of my classes, let me put it that way, and I've been mainly focusing on studying for those, not really dueling people. So while I do still occasionally maybe duel one or two people on the weekend, if I do any dueling, what it's mainly dedicated to is getting my deck ready for regionals. And by what do I mean for that? Setting up my side deck. As you can see, I have a completely full side deck now, and what actually convinced me of that was the fact that my roommate, who was running the Slifer Agents Agent Exodia, decided to switch it up and instead make Herald agents. And what you have with that is essentially Tethius and the Heralds, and it is actually quite explosive. And by explosive, I mean it locks you down permanently, pretty much. And I had to develop a way, because he actually beat my Quasar deck, which was very disturbing, in fact. And so what I had to do was, I don't think I'm going to run the skill drains. Instead, what you should do against a Herald deck like that is run 3 Light and Imprisoning Mirrors and 3 Divine Wraths. So Divine Wrath is a counter trap. Obviously, Herald of Perfection can't stop that. Light and Imprisoning Mirror is really good because it's continuous. So when the effect of a light monster activates on the field or in the graveyard, negate it. So it's nice that it's continuous. It stays on the field. It continuously negates it. It doesn't destroy it, but it negates it at least. So yeah, that's really good. So on the field, the only thing that this wouldn't stop, obviously, would be like the hand traps, I suppose, because it's not on the field or in the graveyard. But Divine Wrath can take care of that. But really, it's like perfection. When you get perfection out on the field, that is just annoying beyond belief. So after I go through what I'm actually going to be going through today, I wanted to show you 3 different decks. Okay, so one of them would be, do I still have? Yeah, I still have Exodia on here. One of them is the Dragunity deck. I know I've showed you this 1,000 times, but I sort of wanted to at least show you what I've been thinking of, like running Dragunity Assault mode activate, essentially. And the reason why is because Stardust Dragon Assault mode is really, really good. Like, he's like a mini Quasar. He can negate any effect. And the fact that your opponent, even if Monster Reborn wasn't banned, he wouldn't be able to Monster Reborn your Stardust Dragon Assault mode. So it's really good, really powerful. But I'm still working on that, so obviously in the future, one of the decks that I want to bring you, the next deck that I want to bring you is an updated version of Vampires. And then after that, I want to try to bring you Reptiles. And then after that, I want to try to bring you, I'm not sure if I'm going to do Assault mode activate first, or if I want to do Yubel. I want to try to do some deck around Yubel, mainly because one of my, maybe it was like Caleb Hatfield, I'm not sure. One of the people who constantly view my videos asked about Yubel, and I said, okay, I'll take a look into it. I'm not a fan of Yubel, but I know how people run Yubel, mainly to summon like rank 10s and whatnot, so yeah. And then after that, I wanted to, I wanted to do an updated version of Slifer Agents, so whenever I get to that. So also in this video, I wanted to show you a couple duels using the Exodia deck. So some people say that this deck takes no skill, but really it does, because it is very easy to fuck up this this version of the Exodia deck. It's not an autoplay deck like my last Exodia decks were. This version actually does require you to think about what the hell you're doing, because you can fuck up, you screw yourself, and then you lose, which is bad. And then of course finally Laval Quasar. So before I go into the actual duels, what time am I at right now? Okay, that's not bad. I wanted to show you what you would take out if you're facing against Heralds, which is the only thing that I'm even having trouble with, is facing off against Heralds. So most of them, they run majority fairies. So what you can do is, first of all, I would put in, put in 3 Divine Wraths. I would, I'm not even going to run Skill Drain, because Skill Drain just fucks up this deck too easily, and I don't like it. So I would take out the 2 Chain Whirlwinds, And then, since you're essentially sacrificing speed for power, I would put that in, and I would take out... that is a very good question, in fact. I guess I would take out the 3 potted dualities. Only because you do want to keep in your MSTs, just in case, and you do still want to keep in your Dark World dealings. Because you want to be able to get the Lavals out of your hand ASAP. And you're essentially sacrificing speed for power, or speed for defense, actually, rather, because you're defending against the Heralds. But still, this is essentially what you would want it to look like. And then take out one more thing. I guess I could take out one of the... well, I guess I could take out a Torrential Tribute, really. If I'm facing against Heralds, because I don't really care about anything else. But yeah, it looks something like this, regardless. I'm not exactly sure myself, because I've only tested it out a few times. But yeah, so before I actually... go any further on that rant, I wanted to go ahead and show you some of the replays. So starting off with Dragunities. So first of all, get rid of those fucking sounds. So what I actually ended up doing was I showed my roommate, and he's actually creating the zombie deck in real life, right? So I can't wait till November 8th when it comes out. I think it's November 8th. So when it comes out in Shadow Specters, that'll be really cool, because then Vampire Grace, Vampire Sorcerer, Vampire Kingdom is actually what it's called. Vampire Shift, Shadow Vampire. Did I ever say Vampire Grace? I'm not sure. But yeah, all of those will be coming out. That'll be really cool. And they're going to be really powerful, I feel, because of their ability to destroy shit. And yeah, but in the meantime, I was using Dragunities. He was doing his thing. He goes ahead, special summons, normal summons, set summon technically. Go ahead, use Tempest's effect. It's really good. Add a Mistletoe to your hand. Excuse me. Then go ahead and activate Dragon Ravine. Now I can discard Leviathan, which is no good. Go into the normal stuff that I like to go into so much. And I think I win in 2 turns, maybe 3 turns, but I'm not exactly sure. Go ahead and do the standard thing that I normally do. Oh no, never mind. It's not standard. I use Scrap Dragon and what did I destroy? Okay, I destroyed Dragon Ravine to destroy his face down, because obviously I had no idea what it was. I figured it was either a Vampire Sorcerer or a Pyramid Turtle, because that's normally what he likes to lay face down. And so now I can go into a rank 8, use Felgrand's effect, negate his ability to not be destroyed in battle, inflict piercing damage, inflict 2800, and that's how you clear the field, just like that. So yeah. And then he essentially can't really do anything, so I'm just like, oh, okay, well, I'll just take advantage of that. Special summon Tempest, not that I needed the extra monster support. But yeah, this is what you call overextending. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's overextending. All I know is my friend who runs Dragunities, he said if I lose, I prefer to lose by overextending. I'm like, why would you prefer to lose at all? I don't know why he would consider himself losing, because Dragunities are quite good. They're very hard to, I guess you could start off with a really bad hand, just mainly traps, because he runs a shit ton of traps. But whatever. So I didn't know what to do at this point, really, because I didn't want to try attacking and giving him field advantage or whatever. So I went ahead and stopped his field spell, because his field spell is very good, first of all. It really sucks. Also, all vampires get 500 attack. But I'm talking about the second effect, the ability to destroy 1 card on the field. And then he gets to send a vampire from his deck to the grave, which is really good because you target your vampire sorcerers. But also, I wanted my Dragon Ravine to stay on the field. So, yeah, that's the other reason. So go ahead and stop his Vampire Lord in its tracks. So now he can't activate Vampire Shift. Go ahead, special summon, do all that jazz and whatnot. I actually destroy one of his face downs with Aklis's effect. Pop it, double her attack, overlay, bring out Leviathan, go into a Trident Dragon, destroy 2 cards, and gain the ability to attack 3 times. So yeah, this was on my second turn. OTK is what they call it. So yeah. Okay, there you go. That's Dragunities, pretty much. Oh, and then Exodia. So I was actually dueling against 2 different friends for this. Against, obviously, my friend here is running my Quasar deck. Because, do you ever see people running Laval Quasar anymore these days? I don't. Why not? It's so good. I mean, if you run into something that's anti-meta, like a Herald of Perfection deck, then you just side in stuff like Light Imprisoned Mirror and Divine Wrath. Really. That's it. So yeah, so he goes ahead and he doesn't do anything because he can't really do anything, which kind of sucks. But he's got 2 hand traps. But we'll see what that does, because it does nothing actually. Because he's facing Exodia. So first things first, always make sure you play your Magical Citadel of Endymion. If you've seen this deck run before, you already know this, but I'm going to go through this for some of the people that haven't seen it. So yeah. And then 1 Day of Peace, so that's 2 spells. Then Into the Void, that's 3 spells. Get a free draw from Royal Magical. And then Hand Destruct, 2 useless cards, obviously a piece of Exodia, and other Royal Magical. So really what I'm looking for, what I would like anyway, so I can activate the effect from Magical Citadel this time. But what I'm saying is, what I would really like is, of course, the Broken Bamboo Sword, because it is so good. Because every single time you play a Golden Bamboo after the first one, it's a +1. So that's really good. So go ahead, get 3 free spell counters on there. Well, actually, no, Toon World's already in my hand, isn't it? So I can't, unfortunately. But that's the reason why I have Toon Table of Contents and Toon World, is so I can play Toon Table of Contents 3 times. Some people didn't understand why I did that, but yeah, that's the reason why. So go ahead, get that free draw. I can't really do anything, so just go ahead and reload my hand, which adds another spell counter. And now I've got 2 spell counters there, so play the next Magical Citadel. Since Magical Citadel, you only gain the effect once per turn to remove spell counters off of it. So this one will be a fresh Citadel, and I'll get its effect in once I've activated 3 spell cards. So yeah, go ahead. Okay, Upstart, so that's good. Play another one, so that's 2 spells. And then, for some reason I accidentally set that, but you can still activate it on the same turn you set it. That's 3 spells, so go ahead and activate Royal Magical Library's effect from Citadel, and then activate Royal Magical Library's effect from the library. Activate Double Summon, which this card is just so good. Once you're actually able to do something, like you have something that you can play to help out the second Royal Magical Library, this becomes an extremely good setup, because you've got both Royal Magical Libraries adding or plussing your hand every single time you play 3 spell cards, so it's really good. So go ahead and summon it. So this one has 1 spell counter, this one has 0. But yeah, go ahead and do that. Equip Wonder Wand. So that's 3 spell counters for this one here, I believe. Yeah, so go ahead and activate its effect. Hopefully I don't have to tribute this Royal Magical here. I didn't, but if I did, the reason why I equipped the Wonder Wand to this Royal Magical instead of this Royal Magical is because if I didn't draw into a spell card, I would have to sack this Royal Magical to draw 2 more cards because of Wonder Wand. I didn't want to sack the one that already had 2 spell counters on it. That'd be foolish. Instead, I wanted to sack the one that had no spell counters on it. But turns out it doesn't fucking matter, so. Oh, and perfect, Golden Bamboo Sword. So this one has 3 spell counters on it now, right? So go ahead and activate its effect. Draw a free card, and essentially you've got it locked down now. So I don't even have to go in slow mode anymore because the game's won. I mean, after you get 2 Royal Magical Libraries on the field, it's very hard to stop this deck. I mean, obviously they would have stopped it a long time ago with Effect Failure if they could have done it at all. But yeah, so all I'm looking for now is a Dark Factory of Mass Production, so that way I can add the 2 pieces of Exodia that are in the grave back to my hand. I run Allure of Darkness because I run 2 Summoner Monks, but the reason why I run 2 Summoner Monks is because it's an additional way of getting out the Royal Magical Library from your deck. So yeah, that's game. That's how you beat a deck that I already own, Quasar. And then this is me dueling against my roommate. He was, I was trying to give him more practice on how to run vampires, and to be honest, he still kind of sucks at it, but whatever. So I finally drew into, I guess I finally, oh no, what I wanted to do first was just like play 1 Day of Peace, don't take any damage. I wasn't confident in whether or not I could pull off Royal Magical Library this turn, so just go ahead and end my turn, let him do his thing. He couldn't really do anything, so I was like, okay, perfect, summon Royal Magical, play double summon so that way I could do that. Because I didn't really have anything else in my hand that I wanted to destroy, so instead, that should be, okay, draw, okay, thank God, so yeah, that's my 3rd spell right there, so I can go ahead and activate Royal Magical Library's effect. Draw, activate into the void, draw, and I can hand destruct the 2 Royal Magicals because I obviously can't summon them anymore. Because I already wasted my double summon. So yeah, and then I get to draw a free card. Bamboo Sword's really good. Oh, perfect. Tune Table of Contents. Oh man, that is just magical right there. You might call it Royal Magical. God, I'm so bad with analogies and puns. Whatever. Just ignore me. But yeah, so once you start this effect going off and everything, I mean, you can see anything that's in your hand that you don't need or don't want. Hand Destruction is there to get rid of it. Magical Citadel is there to help you plus from more magical library. Reload is pretty good because not only is it a spell, but also it refreshes your hand, like that, for instance. So that's pretty good. Add those 2, and then that's game. See? Exodia! It's not possible! Bitch, it just happened! Although my version is a hell of a lot faster than Yugi's, but regardless, Kaiba still got raped. So that's Exodia. I'm not going to do first turn Quasar because that's actually the video from my last one. I'm going to start with all these Quasars down here. So actually, what am I at right now? 16 minutes? Okay, that's not bad. I'm going to try to finish this up before the 25-minute mark. So I went first. Hella freaking Luya. So yeah, go ahead and set Lava Miller. Hopefully he can destroy it, so that way I can... essentially, it's a Molten Conduction Field, but he doesn't, so I'm like, okay, whatever. Add the Gold Sark, go for a Molten Conduction Field, and set that. Because I'm really just hoping that he'll start destroying stuff, so that way I can Dark World Dealin's Volcano Handmaid. And he doesn't! I'm like, okay, are you going to start, like, becoming aggressive? Or not? I don't know. So I ended up drawing into the second Molten Conduction Field anyway. So whatever, go ahead and destroy that shit. Send that, send that, send that, blah blah blah. Send that, and he actually activates this guy's effect, which allows him to special summon target 1 monster in your opponent's graveyard, add 1 Dark World card from your deck to hand, and special summon that target in phase. So he obviously targets my Black Rose, and he special summons it. I'm like, okay, that's fine, I don't give a fuck. Go ahead and summon my 5 guys like I normally do. 5 guys, isn't that the name of a restaurant? I'm not sure. Yeah, actually it is. Anyway, so go ahead, draw 2 cards from that, draw a 3rd card, and then send Black Rose back to my extra deck. Summon Quasar, and oh yeah, this guy quit out. So yeah, I don't blame him. I mean, no freaking Dark World deck in the world runs this Lantinum, Exarch of Dark World. I guess because he sucks. I took a look at him. I don't really like his effect. But yeah, I've never seen this guy in the world, ever. Because no Dark World deck in the world freaking runs this thing. So, yeah. Anyway, so I don't like Dark Worlds. Fuck off Dark World. I fucking hate them. And this guy was running something interesting. He was running like an Ancient Gear type of thing, because he had that Ancient Gear. Wait, was that it? Well, yeah, he had Gear Town and that... That's it. Oh, yeah, okay, and then 3 of these guys, apparently. So, Ancient Gear, Chubada, how do you pronounce that middle word? Dragon. So, yeah, and then the Malefics, of course. So, apparently this guy thought he was Paradox. I'm not sure. He watched too much Bonds Beyond Time, I guess. I don't know. So, anyway, go ahead. Standard procedure. Dark World Dealing, send 1 Laval to the grave. That way, when she's sent to the grave, her effect goes off. So, yeah, go ahead and do that. End my turn, because I've got I played 1 day of peace, so I don't even have to worry about that. So, yeah, he adds Gear Town, plays it, and he can't do anything. So, he's just got his freaking Malefic on the field, just sitting there waiting for me to MST his field spell. So, this is the reason why I don't like Malefics, is because it's just too easy to destroy them. Goodbye, Cyberan, you suck. Oh yeah, so I forgot. Yeah, Gear Town. God, that is such a good effect. Oh my gosh. So go ahead and set that. Set that. I was really hoping that he would summon something so I could torrential the field and get her effect, but he doesn't. So I'm like, okay, I still get her effect, so it doesn't matter. And I could destroy his monster right now with Blaster and with Cannoneer, but I didn't. So whatever. Oh, he played Soul Drain. Yeah. So really, all I need now is a whatchamacallit, fucking Rekindling. Yeah. Man, Gold Sark going down to 1 actually hurt this deck a lot, which kind of sucks. So I'll go ahead and play Pot of Duality. So there's the Rekindling. So I only have to survive 1 turn, right? So that's good enough. I can take a 3,000 hit. Actually, oh Jesus. No, okay. Oh, thank God I had a Torrential Tribute face down. I forgot about that. Woo! Did not want to use my level 1 there. Yeah, anyway, so go ahead and rekindle. Rekindle the flame, motherfucker. So that's a good thing, man. I prefer Soul Drain over Skill Drain, because Soul Drain doesn't affect me. I mean, it does affect Laval Quasar Lady, but I'm not using her effect. So, notice what just happened right there. I sent the field spell back to his hand, and it destroyed Malefic Stardust. So I got rid of 3 cards by only having to activate his effect twice. Isn't that awesome? So yeah, go ahead, summon the main guy, the feature presentation, and get rid of him. So goodbye. So yeah, I don't really like Malefics. They're kind of weak, and I don't quite understand why people use them, but they do still. So it's obviously just for fun. So I can't really do anything, so he summons his stuff, and I'm like, okay, I'll take that damage. It's not that big of a deal to me. But yeah, so I go ahead and set Laval Miller because, oh, motherfucker. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Chain Whirlwind is, it's not going to do me much good against this deck, it turns out. But go ahead, Molten Conduction. So all I need right now is a, whatchamacallit, Rekindling. Yeah, God, why am I having such trouble thinking of that? So go ahead, Dark Hole, send those to the back row. And if I need to block some damage, I will, which actually I think I have to this turn, because he summons a bunch of monsters. Did you just summon a bunch of monsters in one turn? Well, yeah. Well, isn't that against the rules? Screw the rules, I have money. Okay, there's Rekindling. Perfect. So go ahead and, I don't even know why I activated Blaster's effect, to be honest, because I'm just going to end up returning one of his back row to his hand anyway, so it doesn't matter. But go ahead, and because of Molten Conduction Field, I can send lots of Lavals back to the graveyard, so I get to keep on activating Laval Dragon's effect. So I end up only leaving 1 card on his side of the field, which is kind of shitty for him, but kind of good for me. And I attack twice. Don't know why people run Crystal Beast, but they do. You've heard me talk about this before, etc., etc. And, oh yeah, and then finally I duel against zombies again. So my roommates wanted me to, because he beat one of my decks. I think it was my Reptile deck that I was trying out for the first time. He's like, all right, let me try this against a really powerful deck, because he didn't want to try it out against Jarvis anymore, because Jarvis is really weak, and he wanted to try it out against a deck that he knows is powerful. So he wanted to try it out against my Quasar deck. So I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll go ahead and humor him. So go ahead, One Day of Peace. Card D, send Lava Maiden to the grave and just sit on it pretty much, since I know he can't inflict any damage. And MST that, set that, and if he summons another monster, I'll just blow the field up like I do right there. But he hasn't normal summoned yet, so he can still do that. And fucker got another Vampire Empire. God damn it. So yeah, whatever. Hold on to the trap, or not the trap hole, Dark Hole, because I've got Swift Scarecrow. So he does that. For some reason, he goes into the rank 4 now, so I'm just like, nope, don't take any damage. Next turn, draw, activate Pod Duality. Give me something good. Fuck! Fine, I'll just take the Gold Star. Go for a Molten Conduction. Dark Hole. Sit on it for another turn. I can take another hit, and then Swift Scarecrow if I have to. So yeah, whatever. Yeah, he was sort of new to zombies, but they're still powerful regardless. Go ahead, activate that. Alright, go for the Molten Conduction Field. Obviously, I can't summon Quasar this turn. Yeah, unfortunately, Vampire Empire breaks up the chain, so I do have to actually get that Molten Conduction Field for the next turn. I think I do. Let me check real quick. I think 1, 2, 3. Okay, no, I don't. Oh, I need one more Cannoneer on the grave. That's what I want. So yeah, he attacks, and I'm like, nope. Block that damage again. Get Molten Conduction to my hand, activate it, send the Cannoneer. Now he has to destroy another card. So that's one of the downsides to Vampire Empire. You do have to destroy a card every single time a card is sent from my deck to the grave. So that means since there were no cards on my side of the field, he had to destroy something on his side of the field. Sucks to be him, but whatever. So go ahead, summon the dudes that I normally summon. Start sending everything back to his hand, and then prepare the ceremonial chant to call forth my greatest creation. Level 1となった Ancient Fairy Dragon, Black Rose Dragon, Black Feather Dragon, Red Demons Dragon に レベル8のライフストリームドラゴンをチューニング。
集いし星が一つになるとき、新たな絆が未来を照らす光さす道となれ。リミットオーバーアクセルシンクロ、進化の光シューティングクエーサードラゴン。
Pretty much that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I will be bringing you an updated version of vampires and reptiles in the future, so just look out for that. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. See ya.